At least we cannot blame Derek Carr for this one, right? So we lost to the Bucs today. Our record is now 2-4. This game was decided by what, 4 scores? I mean, come on, man. It's absolutely ridiculous right now, man. Well, no, I'm sorry, 2 scores still. Right, 14 points. But man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Don't get me wrong, we still have time, but it's running out. Now let's look at these stats. Total yards, the Saints gave up 594, but they will execute 303. Passing yards, 222 for the Saints, 317 for the Bucs. Rushing yards, just 81 for the Saints and 277 for the Bucs. Yards per play, Saints 4.6, Bucs 8.3. So everything was their way. Right, first downs, Bucs 31, Saints 19. Third down efficiency, Bucs 6 out of 10, Saints 4 out of 13. We went for it on fourth down. They got us 1 for 1. Total plays, Bucs 72, Saints 66. Sacks allowed, Bucs just 1, Saints 5. Punts 3 for the Bucs, 6 for the Saints. Penalties 12 for 86 yards for the Bucs, 7 for 70 yards for the Saints. Fumbles lost 1. Interceptions thrown 3 for the Bucs, 2 for the Saints. Time of possession 34 minutes for the Bucs, 25 minutes for the Saints. All right, let's go to the player stats here. Saints Spencer Rattler, 22 for 40, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Now, this was the rookie's first game starting at quarterback, and he did miss a lot on the field, but that first half, he played amazing. But the second half, Todd Bowles had something for him. You know what I'm saying? He just could not get his footing together, couldn't even get anything going on the field or anything down the field. So he kind of fell off. And I'm going to be honest with you, this one game isn't enough to judge his play, right? So far, it's up in the air as to what he can bring to the table in regards to that of the Saints. We saw him run and scramble a little bit, but as you can see in the second half, you really and truly didn't get to see him execute any of that successfully. So when it comes to Spencer Rattler, I would say that this isn't a game that you can judge him in total on, but he got off to a good start, but he went downhill in the second half. So I would give him a grade out of 5 out of 10, something along those lines, right? And passing, which is rushing yards, Alvin Kamara, 13 for 40 yards with a 3.1 average per carry with 1 touchdown. See, that isn't going to get it, man. 13 carries, 40 yards. Spencer Rattler, as you know, he scrambled, 4 carries, 27 yards, and 6.8 average. Jamal Williams, he is not getting it done. No. 2 carries, 7 yards, 3.5, and Jordan Mims, 1 carry, 5 yards. Rashid Shaheed, 1 carry, 2 yards. Receiving, Foster Moreau, 2 receptions, 54 yards. His long was 27. Right there, you should have placed your game off of your tight end play. Because I say that because Foster was open a lot of times in this game. Jawan Johnson, 3 targets for 48 yards. His long was 16. Bub Means, 5 receptions, 45 yards. His long was 9 yards and 1 touchdown. Cedric Wilson Jr., 2 targets for 28 yards and with a long of 14. And Alvin Kamara with 5 targets for 24 yards with a 4.8, well, that's his arm long. So right there, man, we ain't gonna get it done like that. 2-4 isn't a good position to be in at this very moment. I was hoping that we could have won this game and then beat that of the Broncos on Thursday, and we would have been right back into what we were before. Let's look at the division and see how far we're out of a playoff spot at this very moment. So, if the playoffs were to start today, Minnesota would be first, the Bucs would be second, the Commanders would be third, and San Francisco would be fourth. With the wild cards being Detroit, Green Bay, and the Packers. Detroit has a record of 3-1, so you're already 3 games behind Detroit. The Packers have a record of 4-2, so you're 2 games behind on the Packers, and the Chicago Bears has a record of 4-2, so you're 2 games behind on them as well. Hmm. You're all the way down there, so I mean it's 2 games, and you have a lot left. Well, we have 11 games left. So, yeah, you can make that up. You certainly can make that up, but you have to start winning. At this very moment, it has been a total of 1 full month since the Saints has won a game. That is extremely long for the city of New Orleans, right? It's a far cry for what we are used to down here in the Drew Brees and Sean Payton era, right? And I know it's something that we are going to have to get used to, but we got to get us a win, right? This is a drought at this very moment. We have to get us a win. In fact, 3 wins in a row, and some of these teams falls off, you could possibly be in a good position. So you have to start winning. And I do not know if Dennis Allen is going to be the quarterback. I'm sorry, the coach by tomorrow morning. But if he is, he needs to understand that it ain't a game anymore. You have to go on a winning streak. And I mean a very good winning streak, right? Like you need like 6 games in a row. That's how I feel. Put you at 8-4 or something. To turn this season around. We have to turn it around. See what they got in the comments over here. We got Tyler Peck. Hello, my friend from Russia. What's going on? We have Janus Sis. I think that's how you say his name. Hi from Poland. And what I did here. And we have George Romaz. Say hello. And we also have Issa Amiris. Hi, I love your vids. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm sorry, Jacob, because the things keep going off. Jacob, I don't speak Spanish. J. Martinez, I'm just going to say that. I don't speak Spanish. I'm so sorry about that. If you could translate it for me, do so. But in regards to these Saints, we have to do better. We have to do a lot better. We have to go on a winning streak to save this season. Because as you can see, other teams are starting to kind of pull away from us. You know what I'm saying? 2 games behind a wild card, and you're 2 games behind your division. I forgot to mention that. So that's another way into the playoffs as well. You're 2 games behind the Bucs. They can go on a losing streak, and you can beat them in the near future and end up having a better record than them and Atlanta. Yes, that will work out as well. But as it stands right now, we have to make some changes, right? And I'm glad to see that our problem isn't that of Derek Carr, because a lot of people would say, yeah, Derek Carr. Remember, the man didn't play this game. We have a problem with execution at this very moment, and that's tackling, reading plays, like that Baker Mayfield touchdown play where he threw it to the running back, just a quick little pass, and he ran it for a touchdown. That defensive end should have known to attack him in the blocking scheme of the offense. Why? Because for number one, he's the weakest blocker on the line. He's a small running back. And if he get past you, you know the ball is going to him, and you do not have any linebacker help on top of you. You know this because of the play that you picked in the huddle. So you have to understand how to read those type of plays. You know what I'm saying here? And not to mention, we also have to learn how to take those turnovers that we're receiving and get points off of them. I believe we had 3 interceptions and we only got, 10 points? But in reality, we should have gotten 17, right? 14, something like that. All of that changes the game, man. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, we was up by 3. So we have to pay more attention on the field, man. We're running into each other. The offensive linemen aren't really getting those running lanes open for our running backs. It's like you have to understand you are a professional. Execute as such. I'm your boy. Hopefully, you guys have watched this live all the way to the end to help me out with that algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. I'm trying to reach that magical number 1,000 subscribers, so I'll be highly appreciative. You will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. If y'all gonna hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out that algorithm, people. But in the comments below, let me know if you feel like the season is over or you're still optimistic like me who believes there's still a path to the playoffs. We just have to do our part.